Good morning, everybody. Today in reading, we are going to focus on our nonfiction story that is in our Green Reader. We are going to talk about something called text features. When we read a story that's nonfiction, there are some different parts of the story that I want to explain to you. They help you learn more information. They help you understand the information. So we're going to look at a page that you will actually read today. Today we are going to have you read in your Green Reader, and it's very important that you read the story before you get in your reading rotations. So hopefully you're going to listen to this video, follow along, and then you're going to get your Green Reader out and you are going to find this story and read it. You can also listen to it. It's right here on the slide and follow along in your book. But like I said, it's very important that you read it before your small group rotations. And now I want you to focus on the text features while you're reading also. So let me explain what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you a page now in your book. And I just need a minute to blow it up so it's nice and big for you. That's a little too big. There we go. Perfect. Thanks for being patient with me. So, one of the pages in your story today looks like this. And we see some other things that we didn't see on the Twin Club. And so we need to understand what those pieces are. So, once again, we are reading nonfiction. And nonfiction is true information. So, everything we read in this story is true. We're going to learn many interesting facts about astronauts and space. But as I look at this, I see some different things. In this red box right here, I see like almost a little title. And that is actually called a heading. In nonfiction, sometimes the authors will organize the information in little groups, in little boxes, in little sections. And they title it so that your brain can understand and focus on what this part of the story is all about. It's called a heading. Some people like to say it's like a little title, but it's actually called a heading. So in this story on this page, as I look at that heading, it says, what tools do astronauts use? So that's telling my brain that in this little box, in this little section, that's the information I'm going to learn about. I am not going to learn about how to be an astronaut in this little section. The heading is just telling me that this page, this little box, is only about the tools that they use. Another thing you might see on this page is these little words. And these little words are called labels. And a label is giving us more information about the photograph. It usually will have a line or an arrow, maybe connecting it, or it's right by the item or object they're describing or labeling. And I've already said it, but photographs are really important in nonfiction. Nonfiction can have real photographs or photos. Not always. Sometimes the author will have an illustrator draw pictures because I could draw a spacesuit. But many times, if we see real photographs, that's a clue that this is a nonfiction story, a nonfiction text. So today, when you're reading, I want you to pay attention to these. Do you see any labels on the pages? If you do, please read them. They're part of the story. Do you see headings when you're reading today? Please read those. They are going to get your brain ready, your thinking voice ready for that page and that information. And then look at the photographs. They're full of details. We can't take you to space and show you what it looks like, but we can show you real photos. So, like I said, today you're going to read this story. It is called A Walk with Astronauts. And you need to do your best. Like I said, please don't worry if you're having trouble reading the words. There's also a video that you can play and listen to the story while you're following along in your book. But remember, you need to make sure this is done before you meet with your small group rotations for reading. Enjoy the story, and I know you're going to learn a lot of interesting facts.